If you want to keep your day job, listen to today's Preschool All Stars story. Randi Carroll was an administrative assistant and needed to figure out how to bring in an extra income before she quit her job. She didn't want to quit cold turkey, so she's teaching online preschool classes in the evening and weekend to build up her online business until it turns into a full-time income. Listen in to discover how you can keep your day job, too.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Preschool All Stars podcast. I'm Bethany Friedman, and I'm joined today here by Randi Carroll. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. Hello, everyone.
We are very happy to have you here today. I am in a bit of a weird setup right now. As you can tell, it looks like I'm hosting a podcast about video games right now. Normally, I'm in my preschool, but my new employee is down there kind of setting stuff up for her first day of classes, so we're doing it here. But I want to hear about your story. I'm excited. First, I want to get a little background, though, about what you were doing before you decided to start a preschool.
Well, I'm still currently working full time at my current job.
Okay. And what's your current job?
I'm an administrative assistant right now. So
okay, awesome. So what makes you want to start a preschool? What gave you the idea to do this?
Well, pretty much I was pursuing my degree in my master's degree in school and guidance counseling. And at my current job, they didn't have like a work school type program, right? So, I came down to the last two pieces, which was the internship and the practicum. And with those pieces, considering my degree was in school and guidance counseling, I had to be in school for that.
Right.
And with that said, that was during the time that I was at work. So that didn't work at all.
Yeah.
So I got kind of bummed out and I was like, man, I come this far, because I actually wanted to work in an elementary school. So I was like, man, I come this far and I can't even finish. You know what I mean? So that's when I was browsing on Facebook, and I came across Joy's profile. And so I started browsing her profile, seeing what the preschool system, Preschool All Stars was about. And I decided to order her book. Mm-hmm. So I ordered her book. It arrived, and I read it in 2 days. So if I can read a book in 2 days, I mean, it really kept my attention, kept me wanting to flip the page. And her book actually did do that. So then I was like, I wonder, could I actually do this and juggle being, a single parent, working a full-time job, and then when I got to the portion where you say you can do this online, I was like, what? Really? With talking with friends and family, I decided to take that leap of faith and just do it and try to juggle everything. So that's my backstory. And I'm excited that I did. I wouldn't change it for nothing in the world.
Awesome. Perfect. Okay. So tell us a little bit about the preschool. What's the preschool called?
Okay. My online preschool is called Leilani Online Pre-K, and it is named after my daughter, actually.
Leilani. Nice.
So she was my she's my complete motivation because I have been actually teaching her since she was 4 months.
Oh, nice.
So that within it gave me a lot of push.
Yeah.
To do that. And I currently have 15 paid students, 18 total.
Awesome.
And have classes. Thank you. And I have classes twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time.
How young do they start?
2.5 through 5 years old.
2.5. Okay, cool. And do you do like pre-recorded or is it live? And is it like the teaching time or is it the preschool pals time, like in the book, or a mixture of both? How does that work?
Well, ever since I started, everything has been live, the teaching time and the preschool pals. And I just experimented last week with doing one pre-recorded teaching time because the weather was really, really bad. Mm-hmm. And when the weather is bad, I'm teaching or even doing preschool pals, like we just get cut off, and that's like my worst fear.
Yeah.
Especially during teaching time, the part that I really want them to get, it cutting off. So I experimented last week and it's different than being live because I feed off my kids' energy and they're live. They're live.
Yeah.
But I made it through. pre-recorded, but no, my classes are live, both teaching time and preschool pals.
Awesome. Yeah. I prefer to do the live too, because I definitely feed off their energy. And now with I have to have doctor's appointments with the pregnancy every like 2 weeks. And I have to like pre-record it every 2 weeks. And it's just like, I'd much prefer to do it live just because I like being able to see their faces and see them participating. And that helps me, give the energy out to them. So I totally understand that. So how did you start signing up families?
I think before I even started the whole marketing online and doing flyers and doing things like that, I first vetted out my family and friends. So I did like this little blurb thing, and then I sent it out. I think I had did my website first, and then I had started just contacting family and friends before I did anything on social media. And with that, a good friend of mine that I went to high school with, her sister-in-law was the first person to sign up. And I was so shocked because, I was asleep and then I woke up and I was like, wait a minute, what is this? An online registration form. I was like, what? Are you serious? I couldn't believe it. So the first one came through, I was like, no, this is not happening. And then I was like, oh my God, this is happening for real. What am I going to do? I worked through it. And luckily, I started 1 September of 2020. So, and I think I started sending everything out in August. So that gave me a little bit of time, like the last 2 weeks in August. So that gave me a little time to, prep the curriculum, do this and see what I wanted to do. But honestly, I have changed the way that I teach maybe 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
So it because I feed off how the kids respond. That makes me change a little bit my structure on how I teach.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. I mean, that's how you grow. You learn and then you figure out what works as you go. Definitely. Awesome. So, what do you think the Preschool All Stars, how has being part of that, how do you think that's helped you along your journey with this?
Oh man, the Preschool All Stars group is phenomenal. I am so thankful that Joy has a lot of knowledgeable people in the group, and especially herself. It's just awesome because if you have a question and you're unsure, you can type it up real quick, and they respond like you get like a million responses, to your one question because everybody does it different because everybody is in different states. You know what I'm saying? So you take a little bit from everyone that you're receiving feedback from, and then you're like, okay, well, maybe let me see if this works. If that doesn't work, well, this person said that. Let me see if that works. So being able to reach out to a community, a variety of different women from backgrounds, everything is just truly amazing because it doesn't leave you like hanging in the wind, like, oh my God, I don't have nobody to talk to. I have this question. I don't, and I want to keep going. I want to keep pushing. So it keeps you motivated and encouraged when sometimes you self-doubt, which I do a lot, but it keeps you motivated and going. To know that you can do it, even when you hit a roadblock, when you have a difficult parent, when technology issues come about, anything that you can think of, the group has an answer for it. If it doesn't come directly from Joy, somebody because she's super busy, so someone in the group will give you an answer. So I think that's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. That's awesome. So where are you located?
I teach out of Georgia.
Out of Georgia. Okay. And are most of your students local to Georgia, or do you teach all over? You teach students from all over the country or the world, or what do you think the majority of them are? Across the US. How did you get the across the US students and not just Georgia? How did you get that base?
It started from when I started my public Facebook page and then putting my flyers out on social media. And then because I have a military background, when I was sending it to my military friends and things like that, I think that helped a lot because they're like all over.
Yeah.
So that helped out tremendously. Sending the flyer, doing my public business page, continuously posting on there. If not every day, every other day, trying to let people know that I'm there. And also my personal Facebook page as well. I think that is what really got me to reach a lot of personnel as well.
Awesome. And how much do you
So
charge for
social
your
media
online
is good.
class? Yeah, social media, it's all about that, I feel like now, especially with online.
Initially I started out at $50
Okay.
a month. And then I think around October, November, maybe a couple months later, I went up to 60.
Okay.
But I think come the new school year, or if anybody was to register right now, my price is set at 70. So
Okay. Cool.
yeah.
Do you have a registration fee?
No registration fee, no nothing, just the $70 a month.
Okay. Awesome. So what's your favorite part about teaching your online preschool?
My favorite part, honestly, is seeing the growth that they've had from day one until now. And seeing that they're excited when they come on and, they know my name, Miss Randi, Miss Randi, Miss Randi, and when a student actually tells you, when you're in the middle of teaching, because certain parts of when I'm teaching, I have everyone on mute depending on what we're doing. And during that time, they'd be like, Miss Randi, Miss Randi. I was like, yes, is somebody calling Miss Randi? And then I figure out who the student is, and they're like, yes, it's me, Miss Randi. And I'd be like, yes. And they'd be like, I just wanted to tell you that I love you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so sweet. I love you too. So just having that communication with them and seeing how excited they are about class, even if I'm not feeling well or stressed out because, work right before class, their smiles and their energy just changes my whole demeanor. So,
Absolutely. Yep.
yeah.
They do. They love you so much. They brighten up your day. I love it. That's what I love about preschoolers. So let's
Right.
see. What do you think was your biggest roadblock in all of this? Did you have any major setbacks that you were able to, or has it been pretty smooth sailing with when it comes to setting up the online preschool?
I think the only roadblock that I would say I would have that I had, and I had to really reach out to someone, was when I was trying to do the website initially with the whole GoDaddy thing.
Yeah.
It was some things I had to do in the settings and all this other stuff that I'm not understanding or was privy to, domain wise.
Yeah.
So I reached out to Beth, who's in California, and when she had time, of course, and she literally walked me step by step because she knew all the codes. It was like some codes and things you
Yeah.
had to do, and I wouldn't have known that.
Right.
So that was my biggest role in the beginning, trying to do the domain. And then
Yeah.
after that, after me and Beth did that, like it was smooth sailing after that. Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, I totally understand that. Getting my website set up was one of my harder things. And I ended up just paying a friend's husband to do it because I was like, this is not my strength. I'm stressing out about this. And
Right.
I delegated that. But that's why we love Beth, because she will help you with any of that stuff. So that's awesome. I'm glad to hear you were able to get some help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's one thing you wished you knew before you started?
How much extra time it would take to prepare my lesson plan. So I knew the actual amount of time, which it varies for different people depending on how you teach, what you're teaching. If I just knew the amount of extra time it would take as opposed to everything else I have going on, considering I don't do this full time, which
Right.
that's my goal to be able to do something to sustain. If I just knew that, I think that probably would have helped me in the very beginning, but now I think I kind of got it under control a little bit, even though I'd be pulling my hair out still. So
And how do you choose what to teach? Do you have a certain curriculum, or do you kind of go off their interests, or how do you decide?
that's a very good question. I think I go off their energy, but I definitely hit on the literacy piece, and I throw the math in there as well. Of course, I use Joy's curriculum, and then I pull from other places and other things to all piecemeal it. I think also the feedback from the parents
Okay.
for what they would like to see. The parents a lot, like, what is your child struggling in? What is this? What is that? And then getting that feedback and turning it into my curriculum. And that's what I mean, the piece about them growing. I have seen a lot of growth from the students that have been with me from day one. So
that's amazing. And that's something we haven't talked about too much on the podcast, is getting the parent feedback. Really, how do you get the parent feedback? Do you send out forms? Like, are you in email communication with them? Are you sending out like questionnaires for them, or are they coming to you?
Well, when I initially started back in September, the last 5 or 10 minutes of the class, I would ask for all the parents to come on. And I'd be like, well, how do you think today went? How did they do with the lesson that I sent? Because we would go over that in class. Just tell me what you would like to see and what you would prefer change. And then I think when I got to when it was winter break, that's when I actually sent out a parent feedback form to them. And then that's when they filled it out and back of what they would like to see more in detail, as opposed to just talking about the last 5 to 10 minutes of class every day on the days that I taught anyway. So that is how I got the feedback from the parents. And then I have them in a private Facebook group with just, the parents, and we communicate, share ideas, and things in the private Facebook group.
Awesome. And do you have plans for opening a local preschool anytime soon, or are you just looking to grow your online preschool big enough so that you can, what's your next big step?
My next big step is to add an additional day, because I really want to teach Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. So add that third day.
Okay.
And I think right now, of course, because of the whole pandemic thing going on, I would prefer to stay online right now.
Okay.
And have that to grow online. And then because with a local school, it's a lot more red tape and things that you have to do when it comes to getting a local preschool. So right now, I think I'm in a good momentum. And if I can add that third day and do this actually full time, I'm able to sustain, income wise, then I would put that full time job, and just focus strictly on my preschool. And that's my ultimate end goal, to focus strictly on my preschool, and add a third day and stay online currently.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a great goal. And when do you think that third class will be added? Is it happening soon, or with your current work schedule? That's a lot.
Well, my current work schedule is a lot.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't happen, I know it's not happening within 6 months. I can tell you that.
Okay.
So if it happens, if I can work everything out and be able to balance everything, I'm thinking more towards the end of the year or beginning of next year.
Awesome. And your daughter, how old is she now?
She's 4.
So does she participate in the classes with you?
She does. She actually goes to an in-home daycare.
Okay.
And the daycare actually signed up to be a part of the class. That's why I said I had 15 paid, but 15 students, because the daycare did that for her. So she gets to see mommy online. And if I don't call on her name or call on her, mommy, you forgot about me. And it's funny, but it's cool.
I love that.
And then when the daycare, right, and then when the daycare is closed or something like that, she be my teacher's assistant when she has to stay home with me. I'm like, okay, because I call my kiddos All Stars, by the way. I'd be like, All Stars, I have my little teacher's aide with me today, Princess Ava. She's going to be helping us out today. And the kids love it. They love it, when she's actually doing it with me. But they online as well. So yes, it's kind of cool.
That's a really great idea to market to like in-home daycares and preschools. Have you thought of reaching out to other things and getting, that's an awesome, because I'm sure the daycare owners kind of like that little break where they can put some, and then they can also offer that as, a teaching time. That's a really great thing to market to, especially in-home daycares, because it's smaller. But have you thought about getting other daycares on board with that?
Yes, I've actually talked with her her daycare, who knows other in-home daycare owners. So I'm in the works of talking with them and things like that.
Yeah, that would be an awesome program to market to them. Well, good luck with that. That's a great idea. Everyone, All Stars, put that on the All Star page because that's such a great. I haven't even thought about that. Awesome. Well, let's see. This is one of my favorite parts, is asking you if you have any advice for women who are just starting out or just deciding, wondering if they should take this journey or get the book or join the All Stars. What would be your words of wisdom to them?
Well, first, I would like to say I sincerely love being a preschool teacher and business owner.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say to them, I would encourage anyone who wants to embark on this journey to get the book, be dedicated to it. Get out of your head. We need to get out of our own head and take that leap of faith. And self-doubting is normal, but don't let the self-doubt discourage you from the possibilities that you can bring to an array of different people, not just in the United States, but across the world. Mm-hmm. And know that if you put your best foot forward, that you will succeed, even if you only have one student, because you're touching that one student. Even if you have one student that you're teaching for however long, they will come. The other students will start to come, because everybody, that parent will tell another parent who's to tell another parent. So it's like a circle of life. Just don't let the self-doubt discourage you from what your heart is set on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And when you do that, that will make you feel rich. And when I mean rich in feeling, not in money. Because people get that confused. So yeah. I feel so rich right now because of the impact that I'm making on my students. So that's why I feel like I'm the wealthiest woman in the world. Absolutely. But definitely get the book, read it, join the Preschool All Stars, and just take that leap of faith. That's all it takes, is a leap of faith. And if you never take that leap of faith, you're holding yourself back from all the possibilities that are there.
Absolutely. You hear that, All Stars? Take that leap of faith. Awesome. Well, I appreciate you talking to us so much. Thank you so much for telling your story. And I wish you all the best of luck in your setting up your new day and expanding your program. I think you're well on your way. You're doing awesome.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Thank you. You have a great day.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
If you'd like to have a success story just like that one, I invite you to join our Preschool All Stars. It's my exclusive membership community where you'll get mentorship from me with weekly Q&A lives, support and guidance, and friendship from hundreds of women on the exact same journey as you, starting, running, and growing their preschools, and my exclusive access to Preschool University, every training and done-for-you file that you'll need for every milestone on your journey to help you start, run, and grow your preschool. We've all been there, and we've got the exact same steps that you need to go through, but we do it all very quickly so that you don't have to waste time or money doing the wrong things at the wrong time. We'd love for you to join our Preschool All Stars membership. Just go to preschoolallstars.com or click the link in the description to immediately jump into Preschool All Stars. Again, go to preschoolallstars.com and we'll see you there.